Welcome back to another episode of Room 109. And today we are talking about me versus my thoughts. So before we even get into this episode, what y'all gonna do first is subscribe. You need to subscribe, follow your girl, and tap in, tell a friend and tell a friend. I'm so excited to be here with y'all to talk about this really interesting topic that is, I love the word interesting, by the way, but a really cool topic that it's been pondering on my mind, and it's called me versus my thoughts. The reason I even want to talk about it and like kind of make this an entry is because of the fact that like, I don't know if people are like, no, there's someone that can relate. I am someone who overanalyzes everything. You could say something to me and I probably be thinking about what you said to me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I realized that is what's stopping me from doing the content that I'm doing. That is what stopped me, honestly, from like being consistent with Room 109. And like from jump, I think I didn't really care what people have to say, but people's opinion really don't matter. Yes, it doesn't. But people's opinion sometimes can hurt, and words hurt. I don't know about y'all, but words hurt, and people be mean, and trying to navigate like your thoughts and like you as an individual is a lot. So I just want to jump right into it and talk about overthinking, and I want to kind of define it. So like overthinking is kind of like, it involves like repetitive thinking about a situation, a decision, or a problem. I am an overthinker. I overthink everything. And I think for me is I come off as like the strong friend, which I am. Like I'm really secure within myself, but emotionally I shut down. And that is a good and bad thing, but I think it really beats me. It really beats me up. It really beats me up. And the reason why I say it beats me up is because of the fact that like allowing me to overthink situations, I then come up with so much scenarios of things where then I freak myself out. And as a content creator and as even like the podcast host, I think that is what really stopped me from even doing content the month of July. I started to just overthink a whole bunch of scenarios that didn't even happen. And I honestly scared myself. And I think like my common triggers that comes with overthinking: stress, anxiety, perfectionism, past experiences. And I think the fear of the unknown. I really had to sit down and just realize that people are going to project how they feel about themselves on you, which is why you have to have a firm foundation. I love that song. Like I built my life on Jesus. I did. Like firm foundation. Like you really do got to have a firm foundation. You have to have so much confidence in what you're doing because of the fact that the fear of the unknowns is kind of telling God like you're scared that what he did good before, he won't do it again. And it wasn't until recently when I said, like, I no longer can live like this. Like, I need to wake up every day and choose me, choose myself, choose peace. I can no longer overthink situations that I have no control over. I think it's easier said than done. And coming from someone who is fairly new with boundaries, fairly new with kind of standing up for myself, fairly new with kind of telling people no. I then also realized, like, with me coming back to this platform and coming back to Room 109 and kind of being vulnerable and speaking about what I'm going through, because it is a personal journal, right? I also had to stop overthinking and overanalyzing what it is. At the end of the day, this is what I choose to do, and this is my life. And I feel like those who love you and those who seek for you will come to you and really see what's going on no matter what you are feeling. I think worrying about situations that you have no control over and second guessing yourself stems from people, and I guess I can say like society that we're in a very interesting time where everybody posts what's going on social media, but social media is fake. Social media is so fake because people can post that they're living their best life and they're doing all these things, and that's not the reality of it. And I had to come to an understanding that the reason why I overthink, the reason why I get so overwhelmed, the reason why I sometimes have a shaky foundation is because I be going through real life and it's not like I don't want to show up as my authentic self to you guys in room 109, but sometimes what I be going through just be so heavy that like I'm just like I don't even know how I'm going to show up as a content creator. And I saw this content creator on TikTok who stated like, I want to give y'all the content, I want to do all these things, but it's hard to show up when my life is going in hell and things are going on and I just don't know how to show up. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't want to put myself out there like I'm not where I want to be in life. And to be this content creator, I feel like I need to have all these things. That said, I had come to this realization that that's the beauty of this journey. That is the beauty of realizing that I'm overthinking things that hasn't even happened, and I'm caring about things that shouldn't even matter. I think overthinking and like overanalyzing also comes from like people pleasing in a sense, because I think it's not like I want to be liked by people. I don't really care if I'm liked by people. I think at the end of the day, people come, people go. If you like me, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I mean, I like me. I think I'm pretty cool. I am pretty cool. But people always got something to say. And the level of you don't give a fuck that you have to have, ooh, you have to have it. And I knew coming back to my platform of Room 109, I knew I had to allow myself to not care what people have to say. Showing up and doing content and being vulnerable is hard, especially when sometimes you don't even know like what to say or how to say it. But the best way to describe it is me versus my thoughts, because at the end of the day, it's me and it's what's going on in my brain and it's all things that I'm thinking, but it's not true. And I had to build that confidence within myself. And that is exactly what I'm doing. But I think also the power of the words really, really, it affects me. Like I've always been, I don't like to say sensitive. I like to say emotionally aware. I've always been emotionally aware of myself, and I've always knew that words really do help. Sorry, I don't know how to like pick up the phone and call people when life is lifing, but I just know I shut down. And I think what really triggered like a shutdown, especially like recently just coming off of like a kind of like social media break in July, what really triggered me was like, you know, me talking to a few people and just telling them like I'm not mentally there. And like, you know, not like, I think I said this before in my podcast, like how can I show up for people if I can't even show up for myself when things are going on? And I then had to like put a switch in my brain that people are selfish and people don't care. Like as soon as it's not serving them anymore, they don't care. And I think it started to eat me up so much alive, because even though I'm navigating new things, I am an overthinker. I think so much about things I shouldn't even be thinking about. Sometimes I come up with the worst scenarios ever. That's why I'm big on journaling. That's why I love having this platform, just being able to talk and just be free and just, just have this space in Room 109. I had to be selfish as well. And I said, if people can be this selfish, I mean, like, being selfish is not in my nature because I try to be there for everyone as much as I can. But there comes a time when the power of words and the emotional scars that people say to me and the things that people say, like, I replay over and over and over and over again. I just shut down because I'm like, yo, people are clocking the wrong things. Like, y'all are really watching me and clocking me on different levels. And not one person has ever reached out, like, all jokes aside, like, not one person I could think about has reached out and said, like, yo, like, something's off, or like, you know, you're not acting like my friend. And it's hard when you are just in your head and like you just know how you feel in your brain, but you can't vocalize it. And I think it stems from like when you do tell people how you feel or when you do speak up, you know, people then gaslight you. People then make you feel like you're crazy. And I've been in so many situations where I'm like, I've been gaslit. I'm probably overly too vocal, or like I do speak up. And when I do speak up, it's like a slap in my face, like a door is shut. And it's really crazy how sometimes your voice can get silenced and then it gets stuck in your head. And I would get like a pit in my stomach of like, why do I feel like this? Why am I thinking things like things are racing through my brain where sometimes it's even hard for me to get out of bed because I'm just sitting here thinking about things that I have no business thinking about. And that's when I realized like overthinking will not come and kill me. Like stress will not come and kill me. I cannot let I cannot let my thoughts keep me captive of what I'm supposed to do. And the fact that I'm even self-aware of it and I'm conquering it every single day, it's a blessing in disguise because it isn't easy. It isn't. It isn't easy. It isn't easy, especially in a world where, you know, we post like everything's good. We show up like everything's good. But, you know, sometimes your world can be crashing and things can be going left. And sometimes you can't even vocalize it. Like, I know there's people out here who can't even vocalize how they feel. Like, it's just stuck in your brain. Like, you just know the feelings. And when the feelings start arising, you just don't know what to do. So I think for me, it's been me versus my thoughts. It's been me versus me. And I think my biggest one, besides overthinking, is like I want better for myself. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have better for myself. I've been doing the damn thing. Like, post-grad has been very interesting. Like, post-grad depression is a conversation within itself. But those are thoughts in my brain. Like, I want so much for myself that I think I overthink and overanalyze, and I'm not present and I'm not enjoying the accolades. I'm not enjoying the things that are happening that is really good. And it impacts your mental health. It makes you crash out because if you're not finding healthy outlets to release these thoughts and like talk about them, you know, you are going to get stuck in a situation of overthinking and replaying things over and over and over and over again. And instead of going backwards, we want to go forward. And I think me recognizing this has also helped me seek God more, have more faith within my journey with God and like learning God and building this relationship. Because one thing that has really been helping me just navigate my thoughts and navigate what's going on is journaling and listening to gospel music and like calming down and just telling myself that it's one step at a time. Like, it's one step at a time. I'm only human and it's only going to get better. Just taking it day by day and finding healthy habits to help me overcome my thoughts. I'm not saying my thoughts and my overthinking is going to just vanish, go away within the next 24 hours. I wish it was that easy. But what I will say to someone who is similar to like me, where your thoughts are in your head, but you don't know how to like sometimes express it, write it down, journal, really like sit with yourself and feel your emotions, because I think when you feel your emotions and you know what you are feeling, when those said feelings come back, you then know how to navigate it. And I think, honestly, like, for me, just knowing that God got me and knowing that my thoughts, I can put my burden onto him and like he'll be able to take it and just renew my strength. It's a blessing. It's it's something that I'm excited to see the growth and where I come with it and how to get out of my head, because my thoughts are my biggest enemy. I think I will go further in life, and I will go further because I am going to master overthinking. Like, anxiety is not me. That is not me. I shake it off. Like, I am not going to live in my head, because if I live in my head, it's going to stop me from doing what I need to do. And that is being present for Room 109, posting content, and loving on me more. I know people got stuff to say and people always got to comment, but at the end of the day, you got to be able, and I'm saying you, but I got to be able to shake it off and not care, because nobody knows my path but me and God. And if I allow what people got to say, I don't think I'm ever going to truly see how good it's going to get. So I hope you like my little, like my dump today about, me versus my thoughts and overthinking. And just know, like, words do hurt, y'all. So just be mindful, be careful about how you talk to people, be mindful about what you say to people. You don't know what someone's going through, you don't know what they think about on a day to day. Like, just be mindful. Like, if you feel like someone's being weird or something is just off, like, pick up the phone and have an adult conversation. Like, be very mindful of your words, because words really do hurt. Like, it really do. And I don't understand why people don't take it serious, but like, words hurt. And I don't care what no one has to tell me. Like, I would rather someone physically hit me than someone tell me something so derogatory or something, because it just plays over and over and over. And like, sometimes, like, you just try to be like, wow, like, I can't believe someone said this. So just know that you're loved. There's peace, there's blessings, there's seasons in life where it's going to be you versus your thoughts, and there's going to be seasons where you are going to get out of that and you are going to be able and capable to see the light and to understand that you can overcome these challenges. And just like me, this is like a self-reflection to myself. Like, I will be able to overcome this. Like, I will be able to see that I'm not going to allow these words to affect me. And especially, you can't allow people who don't know you or don't even know your struggle or what you are placed on this earth, or what is your duty, to really just knock you off your pivot and just make you not see what's going on for yourself. Do not let your mind hold you captive. Do not let your mind, your thoughts, keep you from doing what you need to do. And if that means you need to work out, you need to, like, find peace, meditate, like, cook, like, go out for walks, like, get out your head. And this is coming from a girl who lives in her head. Get out your head and talk to somebody. Talk to someone, get help, get that therapist, figure out different strategies and ways to get you better, because we can't continue being me versus my thoughts, me versus my thoughts. But I'm just so glad that, like, at the end of the day, we're growing, we're learning, and we are going to be better for ourselves. And when we're better for ourselves, we're better for everyone else around us, and everyone can enjoy the beauty of the personalities that we're in. So we're going to go into the segment, Ask Yama, and I got 2 questions. So the first questions are, what are some practical steps of stop overthinking and regain mental clarity? Take a break. Get off of social media. Stop looking at what people are doing. Comparison is a thief of joy. I'm always going to say this. Comparison is a thief of joy. Give yourself be tapped into reality, journal, read books, listen to podcasts, do things that are going to keep you going. I work out. I start my morning off journaling. I talk to God. I read some scriptures. I stay in the word. I go to God with all my emotions, even if I'm angry at him or I'm questioning myself, I go to God and I talk to God. So really find healthy habits to really help you gain that mental clarity. And if you need to, you know, not pick up that phone and pick your peace and just relax, then do so. Because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. The next question: how can we protect ourselves from negative impact of harsh words and build a more positive internal dialogue? I think you have to wake up every morning and tell yourself that you are going to have a good day, and your thoughts and whatever's going through your brain is not real. You need to speak life into you. You need to speak like, this today is going to be a good day. I love myself. Like, you need to reaffirm everything. And honestly, really be careful about the conversations you have, the friends you have. Be mindful about who's in your inner circle, who's putting life into you, who's putting water into your cup when your cup is empty, who is making your flower bloom, who is helping you in this season, in this walk, when you are going through your thoughts and when thoughts are just going everywhere. Are you writing them down? Like, what are you doing to regain that positive thinking, shaking things off, realizing that sometimes people will self-reflect and project and it's not you, it's not them. The more you get to know yourself, the more you get to really understand sometimes it was the other person and not you. So that is the way that I will navigate that situation in those like kind of, ways. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening and tuning in to me versus my thoughts. I feel like everything was just jumbled, and I always go like, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because I'm just like, ah! But I know it made sense. It's gonna make sense to those who need to receive this message and those who are listening. So peace and blessings to you all. Don't forget to subscribe, follow your girl, and let me know what y'all do to keep your mind out the gutter. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all overthinking? Like, comment below. Let me know what y'all are doing, what y'all thinking. Like, what are your healthy takeaways and what are you doing to stay out your brain? Like, are you an overthinker like me? Do you be allowing some things to get to you? Like, let me know what y'all are thinking over there. But other than that, peace and blessings. Love y'all. Mwah.